Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're good to go. Final announcement requesting everyone to please take their places. Get set, ready, go. We're all set to begin with this fabulous day. Continue keeping your cell phones on the silent mode. Thank you. Good afternoon and namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Requesting everyone to please settle down. My name is Pooja Yadav. I shall be your host for the day, and on behalf of Transient Holdings, it is truly my pleasure to welcome all of you to this fabulous day and a fabulous show that we have lined up for you. So firstly, of course, a big thank you for taking out time to be with us. It means a lot to us. So of course, as I said, we have a great show lined up for you here today. But before all that tech talk happens, let's talk a little about magic. Now, magic, you say, that's something, we used to believe in while growing up. Not anymore. But no, you couldn't be further from the truth. You see, as adults, we believe in magic. And we hope for it more than you can even imagine or realize. Let me give you a few examples. So, the Indian cricket team, that's something we all watched, right? So imagine that they're kind of stuck in a tough spot. Say like 10 runs and 2 balls. We are hoping for something extraordinary to happen at that point. Or, well, you're at a concert and you're really hoping to go backstage and get some autographs. You are hoping for some magic to happen. Maybe after a job interview or before exam results, we're all hoping that something extraordinary happens. And something we can relate to on an everyday basis, something I can relate to just this morning, is being stuck in a jam. That's when you really hope the roads clear up and something extraordinary happens. So ladies and gentlemen, in this, something extraordinary does happen. It happens all the time, and it can happen at any place. And this extraordinary is our magic. So you see, we do believe in magic. But when those magical moments come across, what do we all want to do? What do you want to do? Or you, sir? Or me? Well, we all want to pick up our phones and capture that moment. We want to have that moment with us forever. And we want to capture it perfectly, don't we? Because these moments, you see, they have a tendency to happen any place. It could be daylight, it could be candlelight, it could be any place, any time. The point is, we want to capture them just right, capture them perfectly. So now that you do believe, that we do believe in magic, let's create some magic on stage. So now, ladies and gentlemen, on this note of magic, and of course, to talk about our quest for magic in our everyday lives, it is truly my pleasure to welcome to the stage Mr. Lin Chin, Global Vice President, Transient Holdings. Welcome, sir. We look forward to hearing about Transient Holdings and, of course, about his journey. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lin King, the Vice President of Transient Holdings. Firstly, I'm so happy to have you here to attend the launch of Techno Camon I, our new product series. Please give me the honor to, for a few minutes, I will introduce you about Transient Holdings. Transient Holdings is a global company which we are operating business in over 58 countries. Our vision is to become a global mobile communication provider for the emerging market with all the loved, respectable, and preferred products and services. For the past years, we are now have a market share of over 38% in Africa region. And from 3 years back, we came into Southeast Asia, South Asia, Middle East, and all other areas. To announce, after the launch of April 2016 of our brand itel, we are happy to say itel overall is the top 3 mobile phone brand in India market. By this opportunity again, I would happy to give my appreciation to all of our team members, to all of our partners from the market, and to all of my friends from the media, from all the stakeholders. Thank you very much. It's an achievement for all of us. Our strengths. We are running over 50 countries with a team of over 10,000 team members. It's a strong multinational company globally. We are a full value chain player. We have our own research and development centers and also own supply chain. Globally, we have 3 research and development centers. One is based in Shenzhen, one is in Shanghai, one is in Beijing. And also for the manufacturing part, we have 4 manufacturing centers, 2 based in China, 1 based in Africa. And also today, I'm happy to say, following the Making in India strategy, our manufacturing plant in India has started operation 2 months back, which based in Noida. Vision for India market, we want to become the loved, respectable mobile phone brands for India consumers by supplying the unique products and service. 2 points I want to mention is, one is by multi-brand strategy, based on the philosophy of think globally, act locally. itel brand, we already know in the market, it is launched April 2016. So far, it's nearly close to 2 years. And it's running pan-India so far, and it's the top 3 mobile phone brand in India market. Happy to say, you can see itel brand was awarded as the emerging smartphone brand in Asia Pacific. By the journey of itel, you can see within 1 year's period, from the market size, got accepted from the consumers. And also from Q4 2017, we are setting up our strategy has a strong tie-up with the telecom operators to enter a 4G area. We will start our journey for smartphones for a very fresh strategy. Briefly, Spice. Spice is a brand in India for a long time, and last year, in middle of last year, Transsion Holdings and Spice Mobility, we set up a joint venture to relaunch Spice brand in India market. Our philosophy of Spice is we focus on to make sharing better. Infinix is one of our brands focused on online. We also launched middle of 2017 with the cooperation with Flipkart. One good response for the products is, for the few models we launched by Infinix models, we got rated all over 4+, rated 4+, which is a good response, I say. Oremo is our brand for accessories. We also supply charging cable, power bank, and also other accessories, including smart accessories in the near future. Right now, we are also expanding for over 10,000 outlets across the India market. And also the quality got accepted and good feedback from the consumers. Car Care is a brand under Transsion Holdings, which focused on service area. We see our products as our own baby. We care about our consumers. The satisfaction of our consumers is number one thing. That is why we run the service by ourselves. Globally, we have like over 1,000 touch points, and in India, within 1 year's time, we already covered like with a touch point of 900. The key focus here is, first is like convenient for the consumers. Second is a fast service to the consumers. Now come back to today about Techno. Techno is our brand focused on the young generation in the market. And we launched I-Series, which is Make for India, in April 2017 by a testing pilot brand stage in Rajasthan, Punjab, and Gujarat, 3 states. After like 5 to 6 months, right now, we have a presence of all India for over 30,000 retail outlets. Today is January 2018 already, and we are here to proudly announce our new journey of Techno in India market. One thing I want to emphasize is, for Techno brand, we offer a 111 service policy under Car Care brand. 111 means 100 days replacement, one-time screen-free replacement, and also 1 month extra service over the 12 months warranty. It's a strong claim from the brand of Techno. Okay, just now I explained about Transsion Holdings by the multiple strategy, by the philosophy of think globally and act locally. Come back to the idea of India market. We have a special team called MICI, Market Insight, Consumer Insight. All of our products came from the study of the consumers in the market, India. We just bring what the consumers need, what the consumers preferred, what the consumers loved to the market. So before the detailed product information, I would say a few points about the consumer needs. First, you can see, right now there is a higher resolution requirement for both front and rear camera. And also, we find out the young generations, they are requesting the good camera performance for a low light area, or you can see in the night. Also for the young people from after 2000, for the millennials, they prefer video calls in any situation, video calls. So these are some of the key points we find out from the consumer needs. And also, like, they are not satisfied about the low RAM, and they need a stable and fast running operation system. By the new technology, we say the media content, multimedia content, the experience need a wide screen display. So all this part is only few points of the consumer needs we recognize from the market, which will lead us towards the development of our new products. So, about Transsion Holdings, thanks to all of our stakeholders, all of our team members, all of our friends from the media side, we have laid the foundation. And also, now, I would be happy to say it's the time for the explore and growth. So, thank you again for your attendance for today. I will give my time to my colleague. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that look into the world of Transsion Holdings, and also, of course, for sharing your vision for the India market. It now is truly my privilege to welcome to the stage Mr. Gaurav Tikku, Senior Vice President Marketing, Transsion India, to tell us more about techno and the magic with Camon. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Can I have some volume, please? Yeah, thank you. It is a pleasure for me to be here. I'm honored to see all of you, and thank you all from the bottom of my heart for making it here. I would say from Mr. Lin's side, ni hao. So that's welcome, and we will start this journey, but I have a very small request to make. The request is, what we're going to expose today will maybe change the camera performance for the category. Having said that, what I would want to say is, while you are clicking pictures of this event, kindly do not click pictures with your current mobile phones. Only use professional cameras. I reiterate, please do not click pictures of this event with your mobile phones. Sorry? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Maybe.
amazing. It clicks dark pictures in the dark.
Wow, that's great.
And you know what? When I look at them, I can never tell my friends apart. Look at my phone. Look at it. Not one bright picture, sir. But you know what? That's all right.
Sir, even my flash can make the night look bright.
Let's see.
Relax, guys. There is really no need to pick up a fight now.
But the features of my phone are just right.
Can you see the stage?
Huh?
Can your phone adjust to different lights?
What's about? Can we let it be and end this bout?
Pictures are the main thing, they make us feel and even sing.
Yep.
That's why we need to have a sing.
But what's a good phone without a proper display? It ruins the result, may I say.
I need something that I can show, not something which is even difficult to see. Because in my display, Shane Warne looks like Brett Lee.
Pictures are tacky, display a pain.
Flashes are so flat, they make me go insane.
We dump the camera because of the odd flash.
And these ones are all the more brash.
I miss great shots because of light.
I need something that makes the night bright.
Only 1 in 10 selfies is worth sharing.
Oh, with that face, even that's there, you know.
Haha.
And what about the design? After all, we all need to shine.
You know, guys, I am fed up. It's enough.
I'm done.
I'm also fed up.
Give me more. Give me more. Give me
hear your request. Let me try and see if I can give you some more.
I want a bigger and better display.
One-touch pictures, whoa, I just pray.
Great pictures, night or day, uniform flash, if you may.
Selfies, selfies all the way. Wide angles, portraits, any which way.
1, 2, 3, 4, battery saving through the day.
Only WhatsApp, nothing else to stay.
Video flash, that's the new way.
Smart lock feature, I just say.
Lovely looks, that's the way.
Give me more, give me more, give me more. Give me more, give me more, give me more. Give me more, give me more, give me more.
जरा बैटरी का भी देख लेना सर.
Battery ka to main zarur dekh lunga. Thank you so much to all you guys. I think we've just tried to dramatize, and thanks to the troupe here, we've tried to dramatize the needs of the current generation. As Mr. Lin was talking about, we understand the consumer needs, and we understand how things are moving in the market. We do understand what is happening in today's scenario and how the features and the requirement and I would say the expectation from the products and the brands is growing. This was just a brief sneak peek into what are the current pain points, how are the millennials and the other consumers troubled with what is available in the market. So I would just take you through maybe what is it that we have to offer, what is the new breed of, I would say, a camera performance or a product performance that can bring about, I would say, some amount of calm in the minds of the consumers. So we have a fantastic product to launch, and I think Mr. Lin has set the stage for the same thing. We have Techno Cam on Eye that we will take you through. So I will run through my presentation to get you to the product details. So let's first understand, we at Techno are not in the business of making products. We at Techno are in the business of creating products that help our consumers lead a fantastic life. We are here to capture, through Techno Cam on Eye, the magical moments that we all kind of look forward to. We are here to give you a best performing camera which will stand apart in its own league. So that is what Cam on Eye and Techno is all about. If I move ahead, I would say that we have features, we have the product running up to the brim in terms of technology, but I think what we will focus on with the Cam On series in India is our global Cam On series coming to India, and that making sure that we focus consistently on our camera performance throughout the year. In addition to that, we will obviously have a lot of other features which will make the product worthwhile for the end consumers. So moving ahead, Cam On Eye represents, I would say, the DNA for Techno, where we can create magic in any light through our products. Let us understand, and I think Mr. Lin touched upon a few things here. What is the customer wanting today? He's looking at a phone where the screen is big, but at the same time, it fits into the hand. It isn't clumsy. We, with our new range of phones, will be talking about a full view display that gives you more screen or more screen per inch, if I may kind of talk about that. What are the consumers looking at? A brighter display, a bigger screen size, an HD display to watch vividly, to get immersive. What are they looking at? Maybe a good viewing angle. This is true, but if you look at the right side, today consumers are not only looking at the brand, they're looking at the product, they're looking at the flaunt value, they're looking at the design, they're looking at the ease, they're looking at practicality. So that is something that is very, very critical, and I think we will, while going forward, we will share with you how we've tried to take care of that. Apart from this, maybe a few other things. Yes, we do wait for that magical moment, and generally we wait for a moment which is bright to give us brilliant pictures. But what we can assure you is, with Cam on Eye, even low light will be as good as daylight. So that's something that we are looking at. Apart from that, we're also looking at providing, or the customer is looking at beautifying his or her pictures, because social is what is ruling. If I may kind of move forward, bigger RAM for multitasking, and at the same time an internal memory, because videos, downloads, pictures, all of that is essential. Moving forward, so what is Cam on Eye all about? Cam on Eye is all about the camera with a lot more outstanding features which help it become a great product. So let's talk about the front camera. We have a 13-megapixel front camera. We have an aperture of f2.0. Generally, you will find a 4P lens in the front cameras for most of the products in this category. We are using a 5P lens. For the wider selfies, to get all of you together and click, we have an 80-degree wide-angle selfie. So that's something that we're talking about. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about boosted dual selfie flash. So for best low-light images, we've provided dual flash, which is the front LED flash and the screen flash. So that's something that we're providing for the front camera. Let's also talk about video chat flash. This is something that is kind of becoming very, very prevalent. I come from Jammu and Kashmir. My family, my folks are back there. If I want to chat with them, I use the video camera function, or I use the video calling function of my phone to make sure that I am in touch with them and I'm as personalized as it can get with them. And we also are looking at adjustable video flash. Let's move ahead. Beauty mode. I think I would want to talk about this a bit more. Since last year, we've been trying to get into the market with consumers, clicking pictures with them, understanding skin tones, understanding how the usage of the camera is, how it performs in various lighting conditions. And at the same time, we've tried to customize our software to suit the Indian skin tone needs. So that is something that we've kind of done specifically for India. Apart from that, a 13-megapixel PDAF rear camera is what we bring about with this product, so that you can capture memories that you really, really care about. And again, an f2.0, a 5P lens, a PDAF. Now let's talk about super rear flash. We, for the rear camera, have included 4 times the flash for better low-light images. And apart from that, we've added in the software an algorithm which makes the photos look brighter, better, and look memorable. Now, let me also talk about something else. This is the year for us for a superlative camera performance delivery, but I would also say that whatever we launch, and I can confidently say that whatever we launch this year in terms of our products will all be full view display. So the entire range that comes further will be full view display. I think all of us know the journey of, I would say, the full view display across the years. Currently, if I talk about Cam on Eye, the screen, I would say the screen to the whole phone ratio is approximately 82.1%. So that is what we deliver. Let's talk about a 5.65-inch HD plus display with a wider field and in a compact body. I think that's the most crucial piece. I've never been able to handle 2 phones. I've never been able to handle one phone which is big in size. I need a phone that essentially makes it easier for me to handle, can get into the pocket and get out of the pocket easily, does not fall, does not make me look clumsy. So that's something that we've focused on, and hence the full view display is what we're talking about. Let's also talk about more space. Let's talk about enjoyment of content on more or a bigger screen. Let's talk about what's happening to content. with geo coming in, with operators kind of looking at bundles in a way that is becoming crazier. The consumption of video content is so high right now that everybody is looking at a great screen to have an immersive experience. So that's something that we offer with the Techno Cam on Eye. Split screen experience, and with the 18:9, the screen actually enables you to do multitasking at the same time and makes sure that you do not miss out on, I would say, the clarity, or do not miss out on the essentials of each screen. So that's something that we will talk about. Let's talk about design. 134 grams with a 3050 mAh battery. I wouldn't want to claim the sleekest, but one of the sleeker phones available in the market. If I may talk about, the weight is 134 grams. It actually is 133.6 grams. That's what the weight is like. 2.5D curved glass, smoother edges, premium hand feel, and the bane for everybody is the hybrid slot. So I don't want to get bound by the hybrid slot. So we give you 3 slots, put both of your SIM cards, put the SD card, and use it the way you want to use it. Don't compromise. That's what we offer to you. And another thing that we should be talking about is the fingerprint. So it does come with the camera, great camera. It does come with a full view display. At the same time, it does come with a fingerprint sensor, which can help you not only unlock, it can also help you capture images, accept calls, and just takes maybe a 0.15 seconds to unlock. So that's something that the fingerprint gets in. Let's talk about performance. Now, when you're downloading videos, when you're watching videos, when you're doing multitasking, when there is a split screen, and when you are downloading a lot of stuff, what do you need? You need the RAM, you need the ROM. So the RAM at, say, a 3 GB, a ROM at 32 GB, powered by a quad-core 1.3 gigahertz, 64-bit. I spoke about the battery. I think I preempted it. It is packed with 3050 mAh that stays with you the whole day. So in terms of not letting you down, the battery plays a great role in keeping you up and running at all points in time. Let's talk about our own layer called the HiOS. It is essentially a layer over the Noga 7.0, and it does help you in customizing a lot of things. Let's talk about the eye care mode. I read all my news, I read all my books on my phone. And I generally get time to read them approximately around the end of the day when the lighting conditions are dim. So I don't want the screen to be harsh on me, so we can use the eye care mode to read better. So that's something that we can do. Now, this is something interesting, and I think we are the only ones kind of offering it together. It's a promise, it's a service promise called 111, where we are actually talking about 100-day replacement. We are talking about one-time screen replacement in 1 year, and 1 month extended warranty over and above our regular warranty of 12 months. So that is something that the product kind of brings in. Color variants. We are available in a midnight black. We are available in a champagne gold. We are available in a city blue. If I may kind of summarize, is the Techno Cam on Eye, Android 7.0, 1.3 gigahertz quad processor, GSM, WCDMA LTE, 152.2 mm, 71.1 mm, 7.75 mm, display 14.35 centimeters touchscreen, resolution 1440 into 720, rear 13 megapixel, front 13 megapixel, 3 GB, 32 GB, GPS, Wi-Fi, BT, USB, G sensor, ambient light, proximity sensor, and fingerprint, 3050 mAh battery, and available in champagne gold, midnight black, and city blue. The city blue, just to mention, is also an ode to Manchester City, of which we are the sponsors. We have a strong tie-up with Manchester globally, and we will bring about a lot of action on Manchester City going forward in the year in various forms and ways. So that is where we are. Can we have the video, please?
Do you believe in magic? The one where you have power to create magic in any light. Where 13 megapixel rear camera and 13 megapixel front camera makes every moment bright. Not once, not twice, but 4 times. Where you have light for every selfie you click. Light for every video call you make. Like this one, and even this one. And when you look at those magical moments, you wonder, where does the screen end? It lets you capture all the action from every corner in any light. It'll show you things you can see, and the ones you cannot. Magical, isn't it? And if you thought that was it, well, there are a few more tricks up its sleeve. So, do you believe in magic?
So that's the product. Now let's kind of get a first-hand reaction. I would want to request Mr. Prasad Naik, who is the topmost fashion photographer in India. He's had, or we've had the honor of having him engage with us, and he's been using the phone for almost like a month or so. He's had his experiences with it, and we would just want him to share his experiences. This is no product talk. We would treat him as a consumer and would want to know what he's liked in the product or what he's not liked. That's it, Prasad. Welcome, Prasad.
Hello, everyone. So this is a little different scenario for me. I'm normally behind the camera, never in front. So I just generally want to talk about how photography is moving in India. So when I started like 2 decades back, in my wildest dream also, I never thought I'll shoot one day without film. And one day I have to shift to digital. And if you see today, we shooting on smartphone. So I think technology is traveling so fast every day, and I feel we have to go with the technology. Like a lot of people say the old things are great, but they're great, but I think you have to move forward with the time also. That's what I feel. And so when these guys told me about this Camo Eye phone, and when I started, when you start this phone, the first thing comes is Camo. So it shows like these guys are really serious about camera, you know, and they want to do something really nice. So I've been testing this for like over a month now, and if you can see the images, I'm trying to capture in every condition, light, and any photographer, if you ask me, they want some kind of camera which can give you great magical images in any light condition. So if you see the images, so I've been testing them like different time of the day, and it has a great speed. And if you ask any photographer in the world, if you see any beautiful lenses, or the most expensive lenses are with the wider aperture, and this camera has, I think, f2, which is like really great for photography. So aperture basically give you more light into the camera, and that's why you can create really magical images. So basically, you don't miss any moment, any time of the day, and you can create magic anytime. That's what I feel about this. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prasad.
Thanks.
Thank you. So I think we've taken you through the product part. I think we've even taken you through a direct, I treat Prasad as a consumer of our product. He's lived with the product for almost like a month. And that's what he shared. The pictures that you saw are essentially about how the camera capabilities are in various light conditions. Just going forward, I would just maybe not take more than 5 to 8 minutes to share with you what is the positioning for the product, how are we going to communicate it to the end consumer, what do we stand for, and how will we try to, I would say, capture the fancy of capturing magic in any light. So that's something that we'll talk about. I think we spoke about, and we did a research, to be honest. I think we were in the market for almost a very long time. We did a research across India where there were a few pain points, which Mr. Lin has also spoken about. We spoke about, the consumer spoke about bad ambient light. They spoke about red eye. They spoke about either too bright or too dark in terms of the performance. They also spoke about that everything else is fine, but we get a dark background. And they also were worried about the front flash clarity. So those were the issues faced by the consumers moving forward. So if I look at how those pain points can become opportunities for all of us. So camera and video call, especially in low light and at nighttime, are the biggest pain points. And we have a product that has been created to take care, essentially, of these two bigger pain points that the consumers were talking about. Who are we talking to? We're talking to a consumer who's 20 to 35. We're talking to a consumer who's, say, an SEC A2B and B2C. We're talking about students and young professionals. We're talking about somebody who's experimentative. If we see the way the market has moved in terms of the consumer becoming more, I would say, brave, being more experimentative, trying to kind of get into products which are value and are not only flaunt. So the consumer is very, very rational, very sensible. At the same time, we as Indians see ourselves as more rooted, so family is critical. So at times we have to compromise on the kind of money we can spend on a product. At the same time, we are also value seekers, but we are tech savvy, we are style conscious, and we want to stand out. Now, let's see how this product creates magic through the day. So morning to night, magic in any light. So when I went to see the phone, the consumer says, the first thing I saw is camera, and once I was satisfied on that, then only I bought the mobile. I take a minimum of 2 to 3 selfies in a day, whether in office or while traveling. I take 80% outdoor photos and probably 20% indoor photos. So that's where the camera capabilities of the phone are absolutely to be depended on, because you are generally outdoors and the lighting conditions may not be in your control. So clarity of images, I don't think it's about how many megapixels. It's about the clarity of the final images. That is very, very important. So what does the consumer want? And I think my friends helped me to kind of talk about it. Fingerprint sensor, 13 megapixel front camera at least, 3 GB RAM, 32 GB storage at least, a high resolution big screen, photos worth sharing. Now, if we look at Cam on Eye, and I spoke about the magic that it creates with light and the focus that we have on the camera feature, this is how we're communicating. So what we're saying is, this phone gives you the capability of clicking pictures morning till night and creating magic in any light. So that is what the communication is all about. So what helps us create magic in any light? I think the last year we've been lying low in terms of our communication with the end consumer, because we're setting up the network. We were trying to figure out what kind of products do we have, what kind of a lineup are we ready with. This is the year where we're going heavy on 360-degree marketing. So that's what we will be bringing about from a marketing perspective. And most likely in the next, I would say, 7 to 10 days, you'll see a campaign coming out on TV and on other platforms from our side. That's all that I would want to say. And I'll hand it over to the hostess. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, we've heard about all the fabulous ways in which the Cam and I is going to improve our life and make it just fantastic. But now it's time to actually see and experience the magic that it creates. So now the big moment is here. To do the honors, I'd like to request Mr. Chin, Mr. Markumar, Managing Director, Transient India, Mr. Gaurav Tikhu, and Mr. Prasad Naik to the stage. Welcome, gentlemen. This is it. The big moment is here, the moment we've all been waiting for. Welcome, gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think without further ado, it's time to create some magic. Creating magic in any light. It's a big moment. It's happening all here. It's all happening right here, creating magic in any light with the Techno Kamanai. Presenting to you the Magic Wand Techno Kamanai. So this is one of those magical moments that I was talking about earlier, and you want to make sure you capture this in the perfect light. Thank you so much. A big thank you to our members of the media. Mr. Naik, I'd request you to please take your seat. Thank you so much for joining us. I think a few more shots. Can't get enough of this. So gentlemen, I'd request you to please remain on the stage. Sirs, I'd request you to please remain on the stage. So we've, of course, spoken about the Kamanai, and now it's time for us to hand the mic over to you, because I'm sure you have your own set of questions. So we shall be circulating mics around the audience. Please just raise your arm. A mic will reach you. Introduce yourself and put forth your question. Could we also have some more mics on stage? Yes, could we have a mic to the gentleman in the first table?
Hello, can you please tell me the price of this phone?
Aha, getting right to the heart of the matter.
We price at 8,999 for the consumers.
Just raise your hands. I'll make sure a mic reaches you, ladies and gentlemen. So everyone is speechless and thoroughly convinced. All they want to know is the price. So they can get their hands on that product. Yes, we have some questions right there.
Yeah, can you tell us about availability options also, like offline only?
So we are purely an offline brand. we will not be available online. And we currently have, I would say, a width of distribution of approximately 30,000 outlets for Techno specifically as a smartphone brand. We present pan-India.
Can you specify the processor details? Which particular chipset you are using?
So we are on a MediaTek processor, and for details, I'll connect with you maybe one-on-one to discuss the chiplet details. We are on MediaTek for this, sir.
Yes, could we have a mic to the lady?
Hi, I wanted to understand why did you guys focus on a camera, primarily on the phone? Is it because you see the market growing for this, or was there some other reason? Is your team excited about photography?
Thank you.